I can't believe we even have to cover this.
I know, but with these two, it's been way worse. Don't be a pussy.
All right, fine. So we're diving into the world of Twitch streamers, Jaygo and Kenny. And let me tell you, it's a wild one. You've sent us some pretty crazy stuff, incident reports, live stream clips.
And when I say crazy, I mean we're talking about a whole new level of internet chaos.
Obviously. Reckon flaming wheelchairs, exploding lawns. It's nuts.
Our mission today is to unpack this mess and try to understand how these guys went from playing video games to, well, you'll see.
Let's start with what's been officially dubbed the drive-by bust-a-nut incident.
Yeah, that's a real thing. So picture this Jaygo's live streaming Fortnite totally in the zone. He's got a record viewership of over 23,000 people. He's in a build battle, completely oblivious to what's about to happen. His friend Kenny has entered the room.
And Kenny's not exactly there for a friendly chat, is he?
Not quite. The incident report says Kenny wheeled in with his pants off, completely exposed. Apparently, chat was going nuts trying to warn Jaygo, but he was too focused on the game.
Oh, God. I can just imagine the horror in the chat. So what happens next? Does Kenny at least say something?
Nope. Kenny just rolls up to Jaygo, who's still in the middle of this intense build battle, and, well, nuts straight onto Jaygo's cheek and headset.
Wait, seriously?
Direct hit. Apparently, Jaygo understandably freaks out. He touches his face, sees what's happened, and yells, "Why is there skeet on my face? Who nutted a bust?" Then he sees Kenny, who's flipping him off and laughing.
I didn't know people in wheelchairs could get boners.
You're ignorant for that, you know?
Okay, I'm sorry. So Kenny doesn't stop there, does he?
Oh, no. He nuts again this time, getting Jaygo right in the eye. Then he makes a quick getaway. The report says he rolled out of the room as fast as he could, which in a wheelchair is probably still pretty fast.
But Jaygo's not just going to sit there and take that, right?
You already know the answer to that. Jaygo chases after him, and according to the recordings viewers took, there's hitting, screaming, Kenny yelling, "Not my dick, no!" It's a mess. Then there are crunching sounds, and then, well, things escalate quickly. Jaygo lights a fart on Kenny off camera. Viewers heard the clink of a lighter, a loud flash of light, and then the recordings show Kenny on fire, running back and forth across the doorway.
On fire. And Jaygo just lets him burn.
Let him burn. Jaygo runs past with a gas can, grabs his lighter, and proceeds to make sure Kenny catches even more on fire. The report says he was kicking Kenny, even pretending to pee on him with a bottle of lighter fluid labeled "Go Fumity Woom."
Go Fumity Woom. What the hell? Are we sure this isn't some kind of elaborate prank? This is insane.
It's all documented and there's video evidence. This whole incident went on for a full 30 minutes live on stream. It's no surprise Jaygo got permanently banned from Twitch.
And what about Kenny? Was he okay?
Surprisingly, he was. Maybe third-degree burns, but he survived. He even went live on his own channel later that week.
Hold up. He went live after being set on fire. What kind of content was he even making?
Get this, he was taking shots of gasoline for charity.
Shots of gasoline?
Gasoline, $20 a shot, raising money for the... Ow, my legs. Oh, wait, I can't feel them. Charity.
Oh, so he can feel his legs?
You'd think that would be a prerequisite for the charity, but apparently not.
Okay, so Kenny's chugging gasoline on stream, and I'm guessing this is where Jaygo comes back into the picture.
You know it. But this time, Jaygo ups the ante. He sneaks into Kenny's room while he's live, throws a quarter to distract him, and then flips Kenny out of his wheelchair.
No way. In front of all his viewers.
In front of 10,000 viewers. Then Jaygo pulls down Kenny's pants, spray farts all over him.
Spray farts? What even? You know, never mind. And then I assume he sets him on fire again.
Of course. But first he shows off his custom Zippo lighter to the camera. It's engraved with the word spray fart.
Okay, that's both disturbing and oddly specific. But go on, what happens next?
He flicks the lighter. Kenny bursts into flames again and runs outside down the street. Jaygo even turns Kenny's camera so the viewers can watch the whole fiery spectacle.
So at this point, it's basically a live-action cartoon, right?
Pretty much. But it gets even crazier. The neighborhood lawn sprinklers go off, and Kenny, thinking he's saved, runs towards them.
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Jaygo had hooked the main water line to a gasoline tanker he stole. The sprinklers spray gasoline, Kenny catches fire, and so does every lawn in the neighborhood. The report says multiple houses burned down and viewers counted 29 people running down the street on fire.
29 people.
Yeah.
This went from a bizarre prank to a full-blown disaster.
Exactly. Kenny's stream cut out when Twitch banned him for graphic violence.
Yeah, no kidding.
No.
So what happened to these guys after all of this? Did they face any real-world consequences?
Surprisingly, no.
No. Are you serious? They burned down houses?
Well, legally, it was very difficult to pin the blame directly on them. There were no clear identifiers in the videos.
That they admitted to it, right?
Yeah.
In the incident report.
They denied everything. Claimed it was all special effects. Their lawyers were very good.
That's unbelievable. So they got away with all of this.
Pretty much. And get this, they both raised a ton of money for charity that night.
Wait, how much are we talking?
Jaygo got $5,000 during the first incident, and Kenny raked in $23,000 during the second.
So they basically turned arson and indecent exposure into a fundraising opportunity.
It would seem so, which of course raises a whole host of ethical questions, but we won't go into that here.
Yeah, probably best.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing is just mind-boggling. I need a minute to process all of this.
It's definitely a lot to take in, and the thing is, it's not just about the crazy stunts. There are layers to this whole thing.
Like what? Besides the fact that these guys are clearly insane.
Well, think about the context here. They're operating in this online environment where attention is currency. The incident reports even mention the record viewership during both incidents. Over 23,000 people watching Jaygo, 10,000 watching Kenny.
So they're attention whores. Big deal. That doesn't explain why they're setting each other on fire and spraying each other with cum.
True, but it's a factor. Think about the pressure to create content that goes viral, that gets people talking.
Are you saying the internet made them do it?
Not exactly. But it creates an environment where this kind of extreme behavior gets rewarded. The more outrageous the content, the more attention they get. And attention in this world translates to money donations, sponsorships.
So basically they're exploiting the system.
Yeah.
But there has to be some line, right?
You'd think so. But the lines get blurry in this online landscape. Where does entertainment end and real-life consequences begin? It's a question we're all grappling with, especially with the rise of these streaming platforms.
Speaking of grappling, didn't you say there were even more insane incidents involving these two?
Oh yeah, we're just getting started. Remember those incident reports and live stream clips you sent us? We've got a whole stack of them.
Great. Just what I wanted to hear. Lay it on me. What's next?
All right, you asked for it. This next incident is being called, and I'm not making this up, the Great Squirrel Stampede of 22.
Squirrels. Now we're talking about squirrels. What did they do? Train them to steal nuts from old ladies?
Not quite. We're talking thousands of squirrels. This one starts with Jaygo live streaming from a park. He's doing a charity walk where viewers donate money for every mile he walks.
Seems pretty tame compared to the other stuff.
Just wait. So Jaygo's walking through the park, chatting with his viewers, when suddenly he's surrounded by squirrels. Hundreds of them swarming all over him.
Okay, that's a little creepy, but not exactly great squirrel stampede material.
It gets worse. Kenny was involved naturally. Turns out he'd been feeding the squirrels in the park for weeks.
Feeding them what? Nuts?
Methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine. Are you serious? Where the hell does he even get meth?
That part's a little unclear, but according to the incident report, he'd been crushing it up and mixing it with peanut butter.
So he was creating a horde of meth-addicted squirrels. What the hell for?
Chaos, obviously. He knew Jaygo would be at the park that day, and he timed it perfectly. As soon as Jaygo was surrounded, Kenny unleashed his secret weapon.
Which was more fire.
Close. He used a remote-controlled drone equipped with a loudspeaker, and he played
What could possibly set off a bunch of squirrels hopped up on meth?
the sound of acorns being cracked open.
Oh my God.
It was pure chaos. Thousands of squirrels hopped up on meth thinking there was an endless supply of acorns stampeded through the park.
And what about Jaygo?
He got trampled. The live stream shows him being swarmed, screaming, then the camera goes black. He survived, thankfully. Broken ribs, multiple bites, a minor concussion. But who knows what kind of psychological damage that caused.
Jesus Christ. This is insane. What is wrong with these guys?
It's a question a lot of people are asking, but I think we need to look beyond the what and delve into the why. Why are they doing this? What are they trying to achieve? And what does it say about us, the viewers, who are watching and donating?
Well, I'm definitely starting to see a pattern here. These guys are clearly addicted to chaos.
Wait.
Where does it end?
That's what we're here to find out. This next incident involves a hot air balloon, a mariachi band, and a whole lot of guacamole.
A mariachi band and guacamole. Now you've got my attention.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got squirrels on meth-flaming wheelchairs, now a mariachi band and guacamole. This is getting weirder by the minute.
Oh, it gets weirder, trust me. This particular incident is known as the Great Guac-Apocalypse of 23. Jaygo, once again, was doing a charity live stream. This time, he was trying to set a world record for the longest continuous hot air balloon flight.
So he's actually trying to do something good for once.
Don't get your hopes up. Remember, we're talking about Jaygo, and Kenny chaos is inevitable.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
So what happened? Did the balloon, like, burst into flames?
Not quite. It was
Yeah.
sabotaged by Kenny.
Shocker. How do you even sabotage a hot air balloon?
Well, Kenny, being Kenny, hired a mariachi band and positioned them directly under Jaygo's balloon. They were playing this incredibly loud, upbeat music.
And don't leave me hanging.
They were chucking guacamole at the balloon, like buckets and buckets of it.
Guacamole. Seriously, what's the logic there?
Seagulls, my friend, seagulls.
Yeah.
Apparently, Kenny had been feeding them guacamole in the area for weeks, getting them all hooked on that creamy avocado goodness.
So he created a flock of guac-addicted seagulls. Okay, this is officially the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
And that's saying something, considering what we've already covered. So when the seagulls heard the mariachi music and smelled that guacamole, they went nuts.
They attacked the balloon.
Thousands of them pecking at the fabric trying to get to that guac.
Did they rip it apart?
Thankfully, no. But they did manage to create a few small holes, causing the balloon to slowly descend.
And what about Jaygo? What happened to him?
He was freaking out. The live stream shows him screaming, trying to swat the seagulls away with a broom.
A broom. Against a horde of guacamole-crazed seagulls. That's just sad.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly an effective defense strategy, but eventually the balloon landed safely. Covered in guacamole and bird droppings, of course.
What a mess. So what happened to Kenny? Did he finally get arrested or something?
Nope. He vanished before the cops got there. Some say he's still out there plotting his next crazy scheme.
So what have we learned today? Besides the fact that Kenny has a weird obsession with guacamole.
I think this whole deep dive really shines a light on just how crazy the internet can be. I mean, these two are a whole other level, but it makes you think, right, where's the line, between entertainment and real life? What are we even doing here?
Yeah, it's messed up. But I guess that's the world we live in now. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
And try not to get set on fire out there.